Hey, yeah, and welcome to the first episode of the Oliver Reviews podcast, where I talk about gaming news, release dates, and give my views on the gaming world. Today on the show, I'm going to be covering a new hero coming to Overwatch, Atari's new console, and a big update on Kingdom Hearts 3, which will also be my topic of the show, so stay tuned for that. So let's get into the news. First of all, we have a new hero joining Overwatch. His name is Doomfist. His difficulty is rated 3, and he's an offense hero. The description for Doomfist reads, Doomfist's cybernetics make him a highly mobile, powerful frontline fighter. In addition to dealing rage damage with his hand cannon, slam the ground, knock enemies into the air, off balance, or charge into the fray with his rocket punch. When facing a tightly packed group, Doomfist leaps out of view and then crashes down to Earth with a spectacular meteor strike. I've played a bit of him on the PTR, which is the public test regions, where everything goes before it goes to the main game. You can test it out, all sorts of systems and heroes and loot box changes, all sorts of things. It's very exciting. His abilities list down as hand cannon. Doomfist fires a short range burst from his knuckles of his fists. Its ammunition is automatically regenerated over a short time. Seismic slam. Doomfist leaps forward and smashes into the ground, knocking nearby enemies towards him. Rising uppercut. Doomfist upcuts enemies in front of him into the air. Rocket punch. After charging up, Doomfist lunges forward and knocks an enemy back, dealing additional damage if they impact a wall. So the rocket punch they've already nerfed in the PTR. So you go a further distance, but they've pushed that back, so it's not as overpowered. Doomfist is a very sort of powerful character. He can sort of just get in there and do a whole bunch of damage if you know what you're doing. Lastly, he has a passive called the Best Defense, which if he deals any damage, he gains like little shields. They're temporary, so they don't last forever, but they give him a bit of a boost before his health goes down. Finally, we have his Meteor Strike, which is his ultimate ability, and basically Doomfist leaps into the sky, then crashes down, dealing significant damage. So you press Q, and then straight away Doomfist is gone, and you have this bird's eye view of the map, sort of the area you're in. And then you have this circle, and you can sort of move it. You have a couple of seconds to move it, and then you come crashing down, and anyone in the range of that circle dies pretty much. It's quite good because while you're waiting to decide where your ult goes, no one can hit you, so you can sort of, if you're sort of panicking, you can sort of leap up, get a lay of the land, and then make your strike and have your team come in. So it's going to be very interesting. It's very scary. It's sort of a bit like on par with Hanzo's ult, where you sort of sometimes don't know where it's coming from, and then it's just sort of there, and it gets sort of clear points and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how this is used, especially in competitive. But he's a very tough hero. And if you know what you're doing, you can do a lot of damage. You can get up to places with his rising uppercut. He goes up, and then you can do your charge as well. So you can do both of his abilities at once. You can get up to other places and get maybe to that Widow and knock her out. He does do a significant amount of damage. He's a lot of fun to play as. He has a lot of cool skins. Some of them are just recolors like other heroes, but some of his legendaries sort of make him look like the Avatar. He's sort of all blue and has these coats. One of them makes him look like a Tekken character, sort of gives him a metal face, sort of, and this blonde hair. But I think he's going to make a great addition to the game. It's good to have some new DPS in the game. We already did have Sombra, and we've gotten a healer and other stuff, so it'd be good to see a new defense hero soon. But he's definitely going to make a new good addition. He's confirmed to come out on the 27th, so that will be next week. Today is the 21st, and so patch day is usually Tuesday, Wednesday, and so he should come with that. And also on loot boxes, so you shouldn't get any duplicates. Because the problem long-time players are having now, even after a year, is that when you get a loot box, all the items are just sprays, and sprays you already have. They're just and the money you get from duplicates is very insignificant, and so it just kind of defeats the purpose of them. So with this update, it says the chances of getting duplicates should be really uncommon, and if you do get a duplicate of whatever it is, it will be double the money. So it'll be good, so you can use those coins to save up for skins and events and summer games coming up. And speaking of summer games, that is rumored to be coming out on the 1st of August, because on the PTR an error code read Doomfist /Summer Games, and every month we get a new big content drop. regarding something. So this month will be Doomfist, and next month should be Summer Games. So Lucio Ball may come back because that was the new game mode last year with the Summer Games, and all the heroes are confirmed to be getting some new items. So that should be good. So that's Overwatch news. Next in the news, The Wolf Among Us is getting a sequel. It revealed yesterday in a new trailer that he is back and there's going to be a season 2. It's not coming till 2018, but if you're a fan, that's coming for you. Atari is releasing a new console after many years of being inactive. Atari were one of the first gaming companies before Nintendo with such games as Pong, Space Invaders, and Frogger, bringing the arcade to the home. It was very sort of unexpected, came out of nowhere. It's been 25 years since their last console, the Atari Jaguar, but they're releasing a new console. It looks like a black brick. My friend said it looked like a pair of stairs. It sort of does. It's this sort of... It looks like the last iteration of the PS3. It's sort of small, rectangular, and has these sort of edges on it that sort of raise a bit, but it's still got this sort of wood panel on the front, and it glows. It's confirmed to play a whole bunch of old games, but also some new games. That's all we have for now. We don't have any information. I imagine it will be a bit like the mini NES from Nintendo, where it will have pre-installed games, but then also maybe it'll be a bit like Steam, where it can download from the internet indie games or small games they redo. So that'll be interesting to see what happens, and I will keep you updated. Uncharted: The Lost Legacy went gold yesterday. The game is ready to go, and the game will be coming out on the 22nd of August. This was originally DLC for Uncharted 4, but is now a separate disc and will be about 9 to 10 hours long, and it focuses on Nadine and Chloe and their adventures. Crash Bandicoot is already getting some DLC. The Lost Levels brings 2 levels that are originally taken out of the first game and was only available through modding, but now they are available as free DLC. Stormy Ascent went live today, so you can download that and see if you can beat it. Next up, RuneScape is announced for crossplay with mobile and tablet devices. Players can choose to log out from their PC and continue their RuneScape adventure with a mobile device, picking up the game when they left off on either device. RuneScape was first released in 2001 and currently has over 250 million play... Is that right? That can't be right. 250 million people still play this game? That's insane. Anyways, the creators have wanted to bring the game to mobile platforms since 2013, and now it is finally happening, so stay on the lookout for that. Next up, Nintendo have trademarked the N64 Classic Mini. A patent has been found for a controller for the Mini NES. Apparently, it was filed at the same time as the Super Nintendo patent that came out, so it's not too far-fetched. It was a thread on NeoGAF that had it. It looks pretty legit, so it looks like that could be a thing. On the success of what the NES has been, and then the Super Nintendo will be with pre-orders, it's a very safe bet that will be coming out next year. New things coming to Pokemon Go. Legendaries are finally on the way. The company released a trailer this week showing the 3 legendary birds, Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno, along with Lugia, Ho-Oh, and a little tease of Mewtwo at the end. How it's going to work is that there is an event in a couple of days, and there'll be a legendary Pokemon unannounced which one it will be. Will be able to be caught. If enough people catch it there, the whole world would be able to go on a raid and try and catch one. There is still another way also if enough people catch Pokemon in the next couple of weeks. But if this does fail in the event, they are still going to release these Pokemon through raids throughout the world. So it will be basically sort of like the first trailer for Pokemon Go. There will be one legendary Pokemon in a landmark, an area, and then everyone will come together and have an hour to try and catch that Pokemon. If you all defeat that Pokemon together, you will receive it for an egg, and it will take 48 hours. Legendary Pokemon work like all other Pokemon, but they cannot be used in gyms. Pokemon we haven't seen yet for legendaries are Mew, Celebi, Suicune, Raikou, and Entei. Next up, Dragon Ball Z Fighters teases closed beta. For the PS4 and Xbox One, the sign-ups for the closed beta will go live on the 26th of July, but there's no mention of PC. Also, there was a trailer revealing Trunks will be a fighter in the upcoming game that will be coming out early 2018. Vicarious Visions, who are the people behind the new Crash Bandicoot remake, explain why it is harder than the original. Vicarious Visions clarified that with the addition of physics and the fact that the Insane Trilogy features a different collision system than the original game, certain jumps now require more strict accuracy than did the original. This is more in line with the first game, as the first game was difficult. Apparently, the second iteration and the third iteration on the disc are a bit easier and lenient. Personally, I have tried it, and when you think you can make a jump, you just die. It was very... Eventually, I got used to it, but it is a very jarring thing when you think you're going to make it and you just end up dying and then losing all your lives. It reminded me a lot of platformers from like 2006, and funny enough, playing the original Uncharted, where you sort of judging your jumps and it's just not working. So you do feel pretty good when you beat a level in this game because it is very rewarding. Up in other Pokemon news, Sun and Moon players can get a free Pokemon now. You can snag a free... you can get a shiny Tapu Koko by if you go into your game, click on it, and before clicking start game, if you go down to Mr. GIF and through the internet, you'll be able to get Tapu Koko with the moves Nature's Madness, Discharge, Agility, Electro Ball. It also come with the item Electric Seed, which boosts its defenses, and Electric Terrain, which is its ability. So you can grab that now for I think it's out for about a month. The director of Kingdom Hearts 3 came out this week and explained why Kingdom Hearts 3 took so long. It came down to they wanted to change the engine to Unreal 4, so it took a lot of time to do that and to rewind and start some things over again, so there were setbacks. After that, they had to work out worlds, but the main reason is the reason from switching engines, which has definitely paid off in the recent trailers. So personally, I am glad they provided that. We did get a lot more Kingdom Hearts details this week with a release date window of 2018. Personally, I think next year at E3, Sony don't really have that much more to sort of show off. We kind of know everything in their pipeline, so I'm pretty sure they'll come out on the Sony stage, they'll give us a new trailer, and then we'll get a solid release date, which will probably be November, December 2018, and then that will probably be pushed back, because most AAA games now do get pushed back. I'd love if it didn't, but sort of being realistic in how big Kingdom Hearts is and how big this game looks, and for the console, it's probably more likely. He did say before the game release we would know all the worlds and everything that's going on, so there should be a lot more content coming out soon. So now we go to games that have come out this week. Most notably, the Destiny 2 beta came out for PS4, Xbox, and PC. We also had Splatoon 2 come out today, which was a big title for the Switch, for the Wii U, and now will be a big title for the Switch as well. We haven't had a sort of big first-party game for the Switch since launch in March with Zelda, so interesting to see how this does. Hands-on impressions of reviewers and friends alike have said that there's a lot more content and it's a lot of fun, so that should be doing well in the charts. Super Hot comes to PS4 and PS4 VR as well. We come to the topic of... So now it's time for topic of the show. This week I'll be talking about Kingdom Hearts 3. Over the weekend, Disney had their big D23 Expo, which is pretty much a big convention for just everything Disney, films, TV, games, everything. In the gaming segment, we got some of the Kingdom Hearts news I talked about before. The big news was that Toy Story is coming as a world in Kingdom Hearts 3. This will also mark the first time a Pixar world has made it on to Kingdom Hearts, and it's a pretty big deal. It was the trailer shows Sora, Donald, and Goofy as toys entering Andy's room and talking with Woody, Buzz, Ham, Sarge, and Rex. The other toys and Andy have gone missing, and they go out to try and see what's going on, fight the Heartless, and find the rest of the gang. The visuals of the level look amazing. The character models of the toys themselves, Woody and Buzz, they look like models from Toy Story 3. And with the Unreal Engine and advancements with the PS4, they're able to do that now, which is the original vision for Kingdom Hearts, but it didn't always really quite sort of add up that movie quality of characters, but now it's pretty much unrecognizable. It has been confirmed that this It's confirmed that this world of Toy Story is canon, and it will take place in between Toy Story 2 and 3. It doesn't show how long, but his room does look a bit more grown up, so it's probably a couple years after 2. I really hope it is sort of in that sweet spot where he still has Wheezy and RC and a couple of his other toys. It looks like it might just be the same toys from Toy Story 3, depending on how far along this is. But it is fun to see the Toy Story characters in a different form of media, and especially in Kingdom Hearts, as it is such a it's sort of the celebration of everything Disney. It was also confirmed that Kingdom Hearts 3 will have less worlds than Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2 had 15 worlds, so I can take 10, I can take 12. It looks like this game will be a lot bigger to scale, and so it wasn't confirmed if that was Disney Worlds or Worlds itself. So we'll see what happens. Confirmed world for Kingdom Hearts 3 so far. We have Hercules is returning for the 3rd time. Hercules has been in 1, 2, and 3, and some of the side games as well. Twilight Town was shown. That is the town from Kingdom Hearts 2 that Roxas originates from. Big Hero 6 was announced, I think, last year or the year before. It was one of the last worlds to be sighted upon as well, so there's not much. We only saw like a little sketch. Tangled was confirmed a while ago, and then Toy Story was confirmed over the weekend. And so far we have 2 returning worlds, 1 returning Disney World. I was trying to make a guess at what worlds I think will come back. In terms of Disney Worlds coming back again, they've done a good job at Nightmare Before Christmas has been in 1 and 2. They're doing Hercules, they're finishing that off. They've done Aladdin, they've done a couple. They've done Atlantis. I think there's room for maybe Mulan to come back. There is a new Mulan film coming out, and there are, I can't remember if there are 2 or 3 Mulan films. I'm pretty sure there's only 2, but they could definitely expand upon that. They could do Aladdin again if they wanted to, because there's Return of Jafar, then there's another one, but they have already covered that. So I don't think there'll be many returning Disney Worlds. My possible Disney Worlds, I think they'll have to be a Frozen one. They are doing Tangled already, and it is kind of in the same vein of that sort of sing-along, sort of very popular movie. But Frozen, like, everyone and their kid knows Frozen and knows that song, so I feel like that's a must. Wreck-It Ralph, I think, is a possibility with the success of that film and how it is about video games. I feel like they could do something really meta about that and sort of fit it in somehow. Emperor's New Groove, I think, would be really fun for a video game. It might be a bit too old, but Kingdom Hearts have never, they have Snow White and the Seven Dwarves and Birth by Sleep as well, and that movie's from 1932, so it wouldn't be anything new. So Emperor's New Groove, you could do a lot of new fun things with that. World that is pretty out there. I'd love High School Musical. I know it is a real-life Disney film, but they did put Pirates of the Caribbean in Kingdom Hearts 2, so it's not like they haven't done that before. I'd love to sing along and play basketball and have breakdowns with Zac Efron. That would be quite fun. So that's my predictions on what the worlds will be and when the news will come out. I really hope I'm playing this Christmas next year, because it's finally... Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in 2005, so it's been 13 years. I was playing this game when, I was still I was playing this game years ago, and I've gotten all these side games, I've gotten all the collections. I mean, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 are on the PS3 and PS4 now. They're on all of the consoles except the PS1, which is ridiculous now. So we just need this game. It's definitely going to be worth the wait by the look of the visuals and what we do have so far. And I know in the next year there's going to be so many, this world and this item and the combat looks great. So it's definitely going to be worth the wait. So I hope it doesn't get delayed. But Tokyo Game Show is coming up sort of the end of the year. So because Square Enix and that is based there, and Sony itself is based sort of over there, I assume we'll see more, maybe a trailer, maybe a new world then. But for now, that's all the gaming news of the week. This has been the Oliver Reviews podcast. I have a Facebook page and YouTube page, Oliver Reviews. If you give me a like over there, that would be great. And I'll be next week with more news. Thanks. Till next time.